Buckle up, Fairfield Prep. Today is Tuesday, January 19th, and we are here live in the sub-basement studios with your lead anchors, Patrick Godino and Gabe Aponte. This is the Monday Preport.
So I'm walking down the hallway, right? Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, I just hear this tapping noise. Like
Tapping.
this. Yeah, it's like this. Sort of like that. It's like this constant thudding noise. And I keep walking, and I see Mr. Camus at the end of the hall.
Really?
And he's like tapping the wall like this.
Just with his finger, or like?
Well, he's sort of it's sort of he's using his finger and like a metal tool.
Wow,
and he's just tapping. Well, no, he's not hitting his finger. But I'm like, Mr. Camus, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm mining.
Mining for what?
He didn't say, but I just don't know why. It's just not a good spot for mining.
Maybe he's part of the mining club.
And I would know, he could be, but I would know because I've tried mining every wall in the school.
Really?
Yeah.
What for?
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Monday Preport, and let's get into this past week's news. We'll start off with basketball. They played 3 games and won 3 games, staying undefeated. They beat West Haven, Career Magnet, and ND West Haven, so keep up the good work, guys.
As for hockey, they had a 500 week, winning 0 games and losing 0 games because they didn't have one. But they were hard at work practicing, and they were led by the two-headed monster.
And who is the two-headed monster?
Mr. Sather and Mr. Moritz, as told by one student.
Who will remain unnamed. Okay, in campus ministry news, the sophomore retreat is coming up, and there's going to be 2 this year. In past years, there's only been 1, but this year we have 2 to avoid sports conflicts. The first one is coming up real soon. It's February 3rd to the 5th. That's a Wednesday to a Friday. And the second one is April 21st to the 23rd, which I believe is also Wednesday to a Friday. It's a great experience. We both did it last year. And guess who's leading the first one?
Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that may be a reason to come or maybe not to come.
You should definitely go.
But it is, in all seriousness, it is a great opportunity, and I highly recommend it to all sophomores. It's a good time to unwind and sort of reflect on the year, especially it's kind of a transition period, so it could really be helpful like it was for me.
And it's a fun time.
It is a fun time, too, yeah. It's a couple days at the Wisdom House in Milford, so highly recommended.
Also this week, the Mite Box will be on Thursday as usual during lunch period, so make sure you donate.
Yeah, make sure you donate. We've had a little bit of trouble. I know the whole timing thing is off with third period and everything, but we'd really like to get our numbers up to the usual amounts of donation, and if you could just take that time to donate whatever you have, that would be great. In miscellaneous news,
students were malfunctioning last week on the last few days of the week. I don't know, maybe it was because of the break.
It could have been. It could have been.
But
a week after the break, it was sort of...
One of our very own students, a sophomore here at Fairfield Prep, was caught in the ditch right outside of the lunchroom and the quad.
Yeah, that little moat by the quad and the moat.
The moat that's not filled with water.
Lunchroom, yeah, there's no water in it. The waterless moat, we call it. And he was after... was going for a frisbee or a football, either one. And rumor has it.
Yeah, rumor has it. He was down there during the second lunch wave, and he couldn't get out. We don't really know why he jumped down there. Apparently, somebody told him to go down there. It could have been Dean Davis. We don't know. But
I have a theory that he was actually just practicing for American Ninja Warrior, because if you look at this photo, it kind of looks like he's making it up the warped wall. But I could be crazy. In other malfunctioning news, another student fell asleep in Mr. Altieri's room.
Wow.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he was in for a bit of a nasty surprise because Mr. Altieri locked the door and turned the lights off and evacuated the whole class, so he woke up to an empty classroom. So
also during the week, there were plenty of kids just lying around in the hallways, but...
So we're hoping that all students have been reprogrammed this week to work normally.
Not malfunction.
Yeah. In other news, we had another fire drill last week in the freezing cold, but a national hero emerged. Senior Joe DeKosh saved this dog as it was dying in a burning building. Okay.
Where was there any building burning?
That's when I'm started going through. I kind
You're
of
at school.
Yeah, no, I kind of thought he was saving a dog from the fire, but it was just a drill, so that dog would have been fine either way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what, Joe? You're a disgrace. That might have been too harsh. You know what, Joe? You're neutral. It's fine. Dog would have survived anyway.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
So movie night will be coming up this Thursday. Last week was The Martian. It was held in Mr. Carey's room, and this week will be Star Wars. Episode 4, also known as the first one, because It technically is the first one, but not the first one.
But it's not the
anymore.
first one, and it's sort of the
It
fourth
sort
one.
of
but-
is. It's the same thing.
But no one knows what you're
It's the
talking
best
about.
one, so you should go there. So it's Thursday night, 2 hours and 10 minutes. Gotta get some popcorn and
And prayers.
relate it to topics such as confirmation and class and socioeconomic status.
Praying with popcorn, and that is not when you make a rosary out of pieces of popcorn, which I thought it was, and I was in for a bit of a nasty surprise myself.
So be there. Mr. Carey's room, Thursday, 4 o'clock.
Now I'd like to turn it over to Colin O'Granite Countertops for today in prep history.
This is Colin O'Granite, and I'm freezing my face off for today in prep history. In 1983, I had one of the best weight coaches in the state, Mr. Dave Driscoll. One of his javelin throwers, Clifford Hurdy, was a talented athlete, but an artist as well, who painted a yellow dragon on the wall of the weight room. Unfortunately, the wall was also yellow, like this fire hydrant. Back to the report, guys.
Well, thank you so much for that, Colin. In upcoming news, basketball has 2 games this week. One is today on the 19th against Cheshire, and the other is against Xavier on the 22nd, which I believe is this Friday, and I don't believe it, I know it is this Friday.
It is this Friday, Patrick. Well, in other sports upcoming news, the hockey team has a game against West Haven this Wednesday. So
And
be there.
They might
That's
be a little
tomorrow.
rusty, but they're looking to
Yeah.
bounce back from a rough
I
start to
mean,
the
they
season.
had like how much time to practice?
I think, what was it, 10 months?
10 months.
10 months.
Wow. So they should pretty much
should
win.
It should be just fine.
There you go.
No pressure, though. We don't like to give expectations. In campus ministry news, the Ecuador trip is all set and ready to go. That takes place over April break. And guess who's going?
Patrick again.
Yes, me again.
Do you know him? He's just a campus ministry
I
guy.
am
around
terrorizing campus ministry left and right.
here.
What do we have coming up this week?
We got the MLK assembly tomorrow morning.
Ooh, yes,
Yes.
get into
It's
that.
gonna be great. I don't know if you guys remember, but last year's was outstanding.
It was. We had bass player Nettie Smith who stood up there with a bass and may or may not have known how to play it. Either way, it was a spirited performance and thoroughly enjoyed by all students. Tomorrow, National Honor Society members have to arrive 8 hours early for rehearsal, and blue or black blazers are preferred, but
Not required. So
required.
you know, maybe just wear one of these or one of those.
Yeah,
It's the
either
same
one.
thing.
It's not a.
It's not. It's just preferred to
That's
wear
just-
blue or black.
Yeah, but they didn't
It's
say
not
we-
required. So
say we had
just
to.
wear whatever you want.
The special musical guest is the Night Market Band, and the speaker will be Daryl Avery, class of 1975. I almost said 2075. That would be kind of creepy.
Correction. 1975.
Thank you for
They-
the correction. Thank you.
You also have a prayer from Father Misc, and the entire assembly itself should be around an hour long.
Correction. The assembly itself will be 53 minutes exactly in length. It will range from 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Correction. 10:20 to 11:13.
And that's on me. And
There you
that's
go.
on me. That's a 10-minute shift. So thank you for the correction. Any other corrections?
I don't think
I think
so.
we're good. I think that's good on the correction check. And tomorrow will be used as a time to celebrate diversity. And what is diversity?
Well, its basic definition is diverse.
Right. The act of being diverse.
Wait, correction.
Oh, okay.
It's diverse.
It's diverse. That's it. Thank you. Well, we apologize for those mistakes, and we'd like to give a special shout out to the curling team because they've got the stones.
They definitely do.
Thank you for watching, guys. Be sure to check us out on Twitter and follow us on YouTube. And as always, it's not just news.
It's news.
Have a great week, Fairfield Prep.